Hello, welcome back to Enthusiast-Many. So this here is my collection of computer fans. Well, it's some of them. Some of my computer fans, because others computer fans I cannot bring here because I'm using them. I'm using them in some of my projects and stuff. But here's the computer fans are currently not really being used for anything. This here is a 60 mil Delta. This one is quite powerful. It's got 9 blades on it, and they're curved too. And this thing is pretty powerful. It blows quite a lot of air, and it's also pretty loud too when it runs. Like all Delta computer fans are loud. And you got this fan here. This is a 70 mil, I think. I don't know what brand this is. I'm not sure how powerful this one's supposed to be. It's got 7 blades, and I've had it for a long time. I've had some of these fans for a very long time. This one's also 70 mil. I don't know what brand this was. I used it one time. I powered it off 6 volts, and it's not that powerful, but it was only 6 volts, so I don't know how it would run off of 12 volts. And I didn't get to power 12 volts because the wire broke, one of the wires. And also I forgot what brand this is too because the sticker came off. It was something like a brown sticker. I don't know what kind of brand it was. I have guesses about it. We got this fan. I tried to make a dual fan one time, with like one fan sucking air in and the other one pushing out. But this turns out this fan doesn't work, so didn't work out. And then here's an Intel heatsink fan. This is the one that blows into a heatsink. I think these are supposed to be very powerful fans. Those are supposed to blow a lot of air and stuff. I've seen them videos of them running. They're pretty loud too. And then this fan here, this one's a Delta, just like this one. This one's also very powerful too. Like even running off of 6 volts, it blows a lot of air. I've never run it off of 12 volts yet. I'm gonna have to try it out. And this here is a Kujar fan. It's 80 mil, I think. So this is 60 mil. These are all 70 mils. I have a 40 mil fan somewhere. I think it's like a Super Ed or something. I don't know. It has 5 blades and it's pretty powerful. But I never run off 12 volts. It's only 6 volts, but still pretty powerful. It's supposed to run off its 12 volts though. And so yeah, that one would be even more powerful with 12 volts. So this one's a Kujar fan, and this one's surprisingly weak for a Kujar fan. It is, like, I have other Kujar fans which are much more powerful. Kujar makes pretty powerful fans, except for this one. This one's pretty weak. And you got this fan. I can't exactly read the brand name of it, but it's 120 mil, 110 volt fan, and blows the air out the right way, because most of these fans blow air out the wrong way, like out the back. But this one blows air out the front of the fan, like it should, like all fans should. And as the grill, this is where it sucks the air in on the back. And then, so yeah, these are like the very powerful ones that run off a higher voltage. But even some of the 12 volt ones are very powerful too. Like that Delta there is 12 volts, very powerful. But these are like powerful 120 mils. Actually, this one's not that powerful. This one's more like a typical computer fan. Like, has the same airflow that this thing has. Because this thing has the same airflow that a typical PC fan has. And so does this one too. And I'm not sure about this one. This one might also be weak too. But this one is pretty weak. Surprisingly weak for a 120 volt fan. It's actually 110 volt, I think. But yeah, this one is surprisingly weak. It only blows 50 CFM. This one blows like 100, I think. Yeah, this one's surprisingly weak for a 120 volt computer fan. And these are all 120 mils here. And these ones are Pabst fans. So this one's a super quiet. I guess that's why it's very weak, because it's supposed to be quiet. And here are some Pabst fans. These ones are 230 volt fans. I can't power them up because they're 230 volts. I found them at I found them, like, they came with something else, a coil that I used when I built my air conditioner unit. And since I couldn't run these fans, I just had to use another fan for it. That was different. It's a 110 volt fan. But here are these two fans here. If these are 230 volt fans, these are supposed to be really powerful too. There's 120 volt versions of this though. Like there's 120 volt fans that are also Pabst fans. And they're also pretty powerful. Like I've seen them in some guy's video on YouTube. It's a guy that built a fan box. And he had a Pabst fan in there. And it was pretty powerful. It was 120 mil like this, but it was 120 volt, not 230 volt. It also had a brown label instead of a white label. And we also got these fans. These are 12 volt fans. These ones are pretty powerful. These are Sunon fans. This one's got a broken wire. This one came out of my AC unit, the one I built. It came out of the outdoor unit. And I've also got some pretty powerful fans in there too. I got a Cooler Master and a Delta fan and another Sunon fan that's like this. But yeah, it replaced this one because this one has its wire is like broken, just like this one over here. So one of the wires came out, only one is left. And then we also got, so yep, these fans are pretty powerful. Delta and Sunon, they make pretty powerful fans. Sunon also makes some dual fans, like real dual fans, where one fan sucks in, the other pushes out. Those are little fans. Those are very small. Those are very small fans, but they're still pretty powerful, like this fan, like these fans here, even though they're small. So yeah, Sunon makes pretty powerful fans. And here are the two. So these are all 120s, and these ones I think are 140 mils. This one is this one's an orange Sunon. This one's an orange Kujar fan, and this one's an orange Kujar fan. It's similar to style to a Cooler Master fan, but it's different. So I always called them Cooler Masters before I got a real Cooler Master, but yeah, they're different. Their blades are not as curved as a Cooler Master, but they're still pretty cool. And it's got 9 blades too. And so yep. So these fans are pretty powerful, although I only run this one because this one has no cord left. So yeah, this one has no cord left because it came off. But this one still has its cords, and I also had to tie it to extend this one here because this one broke, but it didn't break off the solder pad, so it's still good. Then we got this fan. This is 170 mil. So this one's 120 volt, I think. This one can run both directions. So I can power this thing up. So I'm gonna plug it in so it can run both directions. So now it's blowing towards the camera. Yeah, this thing is insanely powerful, but it can also blow the opposite direction, but it doesn't do it as efficiently because it's like miswired or something. So if I try to spin it to kick it the opposite direction, it'll go the opposite direction, but it won't blow as much air, and the thermal protector will kick off. It says it's thermally protected, and it'll kick off because it's not running very efficiently. It's making a lot of heat and stuff. But here's what it looks like when it runs the opposite direction. So I just kick it. So it doesn't run as fast, it runs much slower. I think it was supposed to run this direction, but for some reason it's miswired. So it's not blowing as much air. Okay, I'm gonna unplug it there because that motor is gonna generate some heat. And yeah, but I guess this is the only one I'm gonna power up today. I might power up some of my other computer fans. So I might power up some of my other computer fans, like those little ones down there. But that will be another video. So yep, thanks for watching and bye.